Kreia's secret identity. So I'm sure there are other videos out there detailing the same phenomenon, but I didn't see one exactly like this, so I'll just put this here. When you play through KOTOR 2, there are a lot of implications and undercurrents to the plot, which are only hinted at and never brought to fruition. KOTOR 2 leaves you speculating. In this video, we're going to look at one of the most startling of these implications, namely that Kreia had a secret identity which is never directly revealed to the player. That identity was that of the Jedi Master and historian Arren Kae. As I said, it's never directly revealed that the two are the same person, but there are many hints towards it. Here are a few of them. We are told that Arren Kae was a Jedi historian. Kreia tells us that she was once a Jedi historian. Kreia says that she was Revan's first and last master. McCall, the disciple, says that Arren Kae was Revan's first and last master. McCall says this completely independently of Kreia. Atris also tells us that Kae trained Jedi who failed the Jedi Order, and we know Revan left the Order. Kreia says she was blamed for Revan's fall. Independently of her, both McCall and Zez-Kaiel say the Jedi Masters held Arren Kae responsible because she was the one who trained Revan before he fell to the dark side. We know that Kreia was once a Jedi and then left the Jedi Order. McCall says that by the time Revan sought out his first master for a second time, his first master had left the Order. At another point, McCall confronts Kreia and says, "I know you. Not even the markings of the dark side can hide it," implying that he knows her, or knows of her. McCall is also a Jedi historian, so if Kreia is Kae, it is possible that the two work together in the Jedi archives. None of the Jedi in KOTOR 2 ever mention Kreia by her name, yet they all seem to know her. At one point, Master Varuk says to her, "I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars." And when you mention Kreia to Atris, she says, "Kreia? Oh, that is not her name." Alright, so far so good, but if we really want to get juicy, Kreia being Kae also means that she is the mother of Brianna, the handmaiden. Let's look further into this. When Kreia tells you about Darth Traya, she talks about Traya and betrayal as synonymous. Of course, Kreia is Traya, but when she talks about teachings, philosophically, she also says that one should never make oneself a slave to a single teaching or belief. Given that she was once a Jedi and also abandoned the Sith, betrayal has clearly been a theme in her life. So, could Kreia really be Brianna's mother? When she hears about Brianna, the handmaiden's betrayal of Atris, one of the other handmaidens at the Academy on Telos attributes Brianna's betrayal to the fact that she bears the face of her mother. Brianna also tells us that it's believed by her sisters that betrayal runs in her family. Kreia also strongly discourages the main character from teaching Brianna the Force, and we know that Kreia hates the Force. If the main character does teach Brianna anyway, Kreia's angry response is simply, "Betrayal!" Brianna also tells us about her mother. She says that her mother was a Jedi Knight, though Brianna never saw her face or knew her name. Later, Kreia tells us Brianna's mother was Arren Kae. Brianna says that her mother died in the Mandalorian Wars, but that the body was never found. And again, when Kreia confronts Master Varuk, Varuk says to her, "I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars." The Mandalorian Wars spanned many star systems, but Brianna says her mother was at Malchor 5. And of course, Kreia has also been to Malchor 5. These are the main hints that Kreia is Kae. There are also some lesser hints scattered throughout the story, but these are the most salient ones. Of course, the people who don't believe this theory can always fling the argument that it's never directly established that Kreia is Kae, but the commonalities are too obvious to just completely dismiss either. I personally do believe it. What do you believe?